Hi everyone, this is Andy from Giz China, and today we're going to look at the Blackview Omega Pro. This is the updated version of the Blackview Omega, which launched about a year ago. Has more RAM inside this phone, has a new chipset as well. So here's the packaging, and inside we find that we've got the white version of the Omega Pro. According to the website, the Blackview website, there's also a black version, and there appears to be a champagne coloured model as well. So we just pull the phone out. I've already removed the protective covers off the front and the rear for this video. There is already a screen protector applied to the 5-inch HD display. We'll have a look more at that in a second. Also in the box we have a user manual, we have a separate screen protector, USB OTG cable, we've got a set of earbuds, charger, and a micro USB data cable there and charge cable. So that's everything in the box. Let's have a look at the phone itself. So it's the white version of the Blackview Omega that we've got here. It's a 5-inch HD display, so 1280 by 720, has a 312 ppi. We've got Corning Gorilla Glass protection at the front, and I do believe also the rear panel is Corning Gorilla Glass as well, so nice bit of added protection there. Got this white face around the phone, already mentioned it comes in different colors. And we've got capacitive buttons along the chin to navigate through the Android 5.1 operating system. Okay, now, according to the Blackview website, the Omega Pro measures at 7.9mm thick. Now, I've not measured it, but just in my hand, it does seem a little bit thicker than that, and I assume that the measurement is actually of the thickness of the metal chassis that runs around the phone, rather than the full thickness of the phone. In the top of the phone, we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, we've got a SIM tray, SD tray on the right hand side, and we've got the physical buttons for the power and the volume rocker on the left. This is a bit odd, usually we have the buttons on the right and the SIM on the left, but Blackview have done things the opposite way around. And in the base we've got a standard micro USB, so there's no Type-C USB on this phone. On the rear we've got another glass panel, we've got a single external speaker, we have an LED flash, and we've got a 30 megapixel camera on the back. Now Blackview again have used a Samsung Samsung 30 megapixel camera on the back with an f2.0 aperture, so it should take pretty good photos, but we'll have to do a full review to check that out. Just one more thing, this SIM tray is either a dual SIM or a SIM plus micro SD card, and the phone has hot knot built in, so there's no NFC, but there is hot knot on that. Okay, let's turn it on, let's see what the inside looks like, the system. Going through the Blackview website, I also see that Blackview say that this has a built-in hi-fi speaker. We've got a 2300 mAh battery, which is good for 240 hours of call time, and the Android 5.1 system has a support for gesture control, so we can draw C and O and everything on the black screen to operate different things like the camera or the call feature, and we have double tap to wake. Alright, so the phone is awake now. Let's take a look at the system itself. So as you can see, it's not a stock Android operating system. I'll just turn the screen brightness down a tad so you can just make it out a bit better on the video. So you've got different icons to a standard Android operating system. You can see there's no app drawer there either, but Blackview have helpfully added a few useful features. So we've got full Google support. You can see we have our Google settings, Gmail, and everything in here. We've also got a few social media apps in there. We've got Twitter and Facebook too, and we've got a Blackview Xender application, which should help faster downloads as well. If we go into the settings, you can see the settings area looks pretty much like a stock Android 5.1 system. I'm just going to turn that brightness down a bit more so you can see it. There you go. We've got the hot knot settings there. If we go down to about the phone, you should see it's Android 5.1. Where is it? Yeah, Android 5.1 there. I do believe that Blackview will probably work on an Android 6 update sometime in the future. Okay, as you can see as well, pressing these buttons, they don't appear to be backlit, but as with all Android phones, they're easy enough to get used to. So a quick look at that 30 megapixel rear camera. So this is the 30 megapixel Samsung camera with an f2.0 aperture, and we'll just bring something in to take a photo of. Let's just bring in the Blackview box. And let's check this out. So So not the fastest autofocus. Let's take a look at those photos. We're in pretty dark light here, so the photo quality is not going to be great. So not too bad. What we'll have to do, we'll have to take this outside and get some good quality photos taken with it. See how just good it is. But not bad, pretty quick. It seems like quite a basic camera application. There's no added features in here. If we go into the settings, we can take the photos in up to 18 megapixels according to this. 16 or 13. 13 is the actual sensor. These 16 and 18 megapixel options are interpolated. Alright, so that's it. That's the Blackview Omega Pro. So it's an octa-core phone with 3 GB of RAM now, 13 megapixel camera on the rear, 2300 mAh battery, hot knot feature, Gorilla Glass front and rear, and a metal chassis. Not bad. We'll do a full review of this over the Chinese New Year. See you.